Welcome back to Size Previews. As always, I'm Louis Matthews, joined by Chris Bin, so sit back, relax, and let's get straight into it. Now this is something that's become a proper staple and essential in our collection. It's what we call Classics by Size, and this is the third iteration.
It is. We wanted to change it up a little bit for this one. We wanted to go a bit more winterized. Obviously this is going to be coming out back end of the year. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot colder. We wanted something a little bit different to what we've done before. I mean, we've really played with the materials. We've got a really good furry suede on there. Club C is one of them shoes. It's an icon. Do you know what I mean? And it keeps coming season after season with different material executions. Like you said, they had some ones. Have been the Story MFG ones, and that shoe just takes well to pretty much anything. It's a classic, iconic silhouette. So we had to work on the Club C with this one. Classic Nylon for me is one of my favourite Reebok shoes. Again, it's another icon of the brand.
Little details as well that definitely need mentioning. First of all, that gradient on the tongue, amazing execution. Yeah. Obviously, you'll see that nodded to the version we did earlier this year in terms of that second Classics by Size with a more traditional clean white upper. And then you'll see the hits of orange in there. Really nice palette, and I think super relevant seasonally.
I can't wait to get these on my feet, especially this one. I genuinely can't wait for these to come out. So I mean, hopefully we'll get them back into the year and good to go. Brilliant pack again. Classics by Size carries on.
So this is something that we're incredibly proud to announce because there's a long lineage of amazing executions and a timeline over the many decades. Size now enters into that timeline with our very own dunk execution.
And here it is, like you said, there's this long lineage of dunks, and this execution for us is brilliant. It's amazing that we've actually had the chance to work on a dunk and bring a size dunk to the world. Do you mean? It's like something that we've always wanted to do. Year on year we've asked the question, never been able to do it, and finally we've got our own version out there, and it'll be forever immortalised as the size dunk.
Yeah, the big thing for me is, obviously there's a lot of dunks coming out this year, that sort of like collegiate, colour block, traditional, classic, which is amazing, and I think everything the dunks should stand for. What we want to do here is something completely different. If you've already got one of them collegiate versions, why would you want to go back in and buy another one? For me, that ticks all those boxes. It's a super timeless execution that in another 10 years, 20 years time and into this long lineage that continues, it will stand the test of time. So next up, we've got another Reebok execution. If you've already got a version of these shoes and they're both icons, how can we do something different? Something that would make you want to add this to your collection. And for me, sometimes a lot of Reebok is, you think straight away, chalk leather, vintage leather. Why not go super different? Why not contrast it with this super premium black leather?
This leather is ridiculous. If you once it lands in the stores, get out there, have a look at it. You need to see it up close. But that's not everything, is it?
It's not everything, because you'll have seen us and heard us talk about this shoe, mainly last year as well, through lockdown. Arguably our shoe of the year last year, we've now got a Beatnik to add to the pack, and look at that.
We wanted to do something on this shoe since God knows what. We're talking a couple of years now.
Probably 3 or 4 years.
We'd seen some images of it from a retro perspective, and we're really into the shoe. And then obviously amazingly it came into the line. There's been some great collaborations on it, Story MFG. We really gone to town, got Kadura on the upper, give it that bit more of a winterized feel. But again, this is the one I can't wait to wear.
Now we're going to finish this episode with, I think these are the two shoes that stole the show in the preview show. This the AS230 and 240.
Listen, we 100% acknowledge that we've nodded towards United Arrows tobaccos with these, but it's because we love that shoe, and that shoe to us is a bit of a grail. Wait till you get them in hand. Everything about them, even down to like the sock liners, the tongue, the liner inside the shoe.
One of my favourite pieces is what you've just touched on, is the subtle contrasting of the branding throughout. For me, probably my favourite two executions the whole season, maybe the year.
And again, it comes back to us referencing the United Arrows. I mean, 100% hold our hands up and say, we love that shoe, and that's definitely, you can see that shoe in these shoes.
Yeah, and as well, what I like about it is it's an educational piece. It tells you that story, that the shoe is triple black because it goes back to literally the DNA of what this shoe is as well. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with all the content got coming through, and I'd love to know your thoughts and feedback in the comments below. Thanks again, we'll see you next month.
Forgot to do this one, didn't we?
Which one? Mate, you can't do that.
Why? I thought we were doing it this week.
Mate, we can't do that.
Why? Well, we've got to do it at some point, aren't we?
We can't, they're recording.